This is my big moment.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello. Was that like, I don't know. I don't know.
That was good. That was good. Yeah.
Okay. That's our blooper. Like and subscribe.
Please like
tell
and
me.
subscribe.
And how can we continue to do this nonsense without your support, your love, your conviction that behind all of it is a magic? There is a magic. Because there's a magic in your life. And you know it's there. And we're going to help peel away the layers. She's over there going, God, I wish the camera was on because he's really on a roll. And it's like,
Oh, it is on.
Oh, it is? Oh, well. So we'll just go ahead and get right into it. So let me start with this.
Put the timer
Oh,
on.
she's going to put the timer on. There's
Yeah, just to
always
make
the
sure-
interruptions. Always.
Just to make sure
Just to make sure,
you're
because boy,
on
when the
time.
time's up, we're off. Cut. You know, they used to pull you off with the little hook.
Oh, I have
Get
that in the back.
She's got the hook in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my statement. If you want to change your life, you got to change your life. Think about that. If you want to change your life, then you got to change your life in order to change your life.
Sounds so simple, but is it?
It's an off day. I got an extra in here, but usually she's here, but she's not.
Usually I don't wear my hat like this.
Is that what it is? What we're really trying to get to here today is we want you to talk nice to yourself. Yes. Because if you want to change your life, then you have to change your life. Well, how would you change your life? You got to start somewhere. Where would you start? What part of your life do you think is most adaptable for a little modification? Right now. What one part of your life? Don't worry about the big stuff. You'll get there. Do some of the small stuff. What would that be? Now, when you talk about a hard science like chemistry or physics, it's measurable and it's manageable, and I say the same thing about psychology. I think you can measure and manage every facet of your life. And one of the things I talk about in my book, 168, Master Your Life 1 Week at a Time, get your order here. Was that a good plug?
I liked it.
Good.
Liked it.
Do we get any likes? Check your phone. What is proof of growth? In my estimation, the quality of your self-talk. That conversation you're having with yourself that none of us have with you, we only get bits and pieces, or we assume, even if we lived with you, do we really know what's going on in your head? What is going on in your head? Because that is saying volumes about what you think about everything. Your life, yourself, your place in the world. And so my question is, what do you rent space out in your head to? And why? Who are the people, what are the circumstances that you are renting the very space in your head, you're choosing it, to? Think about that. Because it's all under your control. And if you start to back up from that a little bit, you can see where there's elements that maybe are self-critical. I should be doing this and I should be doing that, and what about this, what about that? And you don't really like hearing it from somebody else that way. Why do you deliver to yourself that way? So that's why I suggest you talk nice to yourself. How about if you coach yourself? How about if you encourage yourself? How about if you try to understand yourself and not just cut to the judgment all the time, right away, endlessly? So your self-talk, that says a lot about how you're doing. And you can track your self-talk. And here's how I do it. I record conversations with myself. Phone has a little voice recorder, turn it on, start talking. Tell yourself, talk to yourself about how you feel. And it's not so much the dates and events, It's the causes and motivations, just enough to give context. This happened. Okay, now we know. Well, how do you feel about it? What did that bring up in you? What do you think should be done as a result? What if you could have quiet moments of just having conversation with yourself? Tell yourself your story. No one else needs to hear it. I love walking to the gym. I got about a 6-block walk. It's mostly through the woods. And I can take my phone and I can just talk to myself. And I can listen back to that while I'm in the gym working out. And I can say, oh, yeah, that was important, that was important. The rest of it was I just wanted to hear myself. And I can note those couple of things and the rest goes away. But if I note those couple of things and I do it again in a day or another day or another day, guess what happens? I start seeing patterns. I start seeing the themes of what's really inside my head, and I'm free and uncensored because I'm not sharing it with anyone. It's just for me, and I can listen back while I'm in the gym, doing laundry, driving in the car, doesn't matter. So your self-talk is a great way to understand how you're doing. And you know when you're having a good day, you talk nicer to yourself. And think of it this way. If that voice in your head was a good friend, how long would they stay your friend? So if they're not going to stay your friend very long, then there's a lot of criticism. And we need to move that criticism into coaching, into encouraging. When you think about what you're thinking about, and you start to see the patterns, you can also start to think about what you want to think about. So you see a situation in your life and you go, oh yeah, this happened and I feel this way and they should have done that or I should have done that, blah, blah, blah. What's another outcome? And what could you do differently? And you could have a different outcome the next time. Because chances are it's going to happen again. Because what are you talking about? The situations of your life. And they go on over and over and over. What changes is the meaning you assign to those events. That is under your control. And when you feel the power of the fact that your thoughts in your mind are under your control, you start to shift. And all of a sudden you're going along and you start having these thoughts about this person, this thing, and you just say, why is that serving me? It's not serving me. I need to let it go. Let it go. And you can just let it go. You can just let it go and focus on things more under your control. More of what you want to have going on in your life. So if you want to measure the proof of growth, how you doing in life, because you can say, well, I'm happy. How do you measure that? I'm happier. Well, maybe you were really depressed before and you feel better. Okay. But in a general sense, it's a rough word to get your arms around. But your self-talk, you know your self-talk. You know the kind of self-talk you are running. And if you can see that getting incrementally better, and you can see yourself, it's almost like you hear this inner voice that is encouraging you, is getting you to think better, more positively. It's not acknowledging what's going on, but it's seeing it in a different light. It's how can I transform this to make it work for me and in my life right now. That's the key to your self-talk. So, I don't know if the camera can see him over there, but the big guy wants to give you and you some homework right now. Let's talk about the real estate up here. What's going on in here? I think about this person, that person, this situation. Do you want to continue thinking about those things? What other things would you like to think about? Have you noticed that sometimes you'll get a great idea? Maybe you'll write it down. Maybe you'll write it down. Likely you won't even write it down. But you know what's interesting? I bet you a month later, you've completely forgotten it. You forgot you even thought it. That's where your self-talk is wonderful, because you can collect those thoughts that you want to remember to share with yourself. Now we have some other videos about that, and it might be wise to check them out. And we'll see you around in the funny papers.